Here's a quick and dirty for you. These are those little anchors. These just happen to be metal. You can get them in plastic too. And these were holding up the shelf vertical supports in this closet. And I thought, I'm just gonna go ahead and check all those. And you just put your Phillips screwdriver in there, see? And look at that, that one's twisting. See there, they shouldn't be twisting. They should be like that one. That one's tight. That one's tight. I've already checked all those others and they're tight. And there happens to be some bigger holes here that go right in. That's because whoever did this, they probably put some of these in and they were spinning and they got too big and they put some toggle bolts in there, kind of like they did up here. See, these won't work at all. You see what I mean? They're just too big. So I'm gonna have to use toggles for those. And I got one of these out, this one right here in my hand. And I cleaned off the edges. I've cleaned down here. Okay, I wanna make sure you can see that. Okay, you can see it. And all I'm gonna do is take some caulking. And I use Alex Plus, and it's a 40-year, and I've got white. When you get these, the clear ones, you can get it in clear in different colors. Always look up here because the clear tube, it's white, looks just like this. You might be thinking you're getting white, and then you get to where you're going, you're like, what's the deal? And maybe it's white and then it dries clear, because you gotta look up here, okay? This one happens to say white. I use this for caulking before I paint and stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna use that, and I'm gonna spooge it in there. I'm gonna even let it stick out just a little. Okay? Then I've already cleaned off those edges with a little screwdriver because there was a sheetrock dust in there, because I want that to bond on this. Plus it's bonding all the way around the hole. It's gonna spooge up on that flat bit on there too, see? And so I'm just gonna gently put it in there and screw it. And I could even put a little bit more on there if I want. Okay. I'm just gonna make it flush with the wall. Make sure I got it flush. Take my putty knife, wipe that off, wipe that on the floor. I don't want to wipe it on the wall, right? Getting ready to paint, and then I'm just gonna let that dry. That's all there is to it. Now, where is that other one? Where was that other one? Oh, it was up high. I think it was this one. Okay, let's check it again. No, that one's tight. That one's tight. Oh, it's this one over here. Okay. I can hardly see those. Okay. That one there. Yeah, you can see that here. Let's get you down there a little bit. Like that. Okay. Okay. Now see how it's spinning like that? I just don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it out. Clean the hole, push a little bit, blow all the loose sheetrock dust out of there. And see this here? It's still got remnants of the sheetrock in here. Okay, I want to get some of that out because the caulking I want to get onto the metal, right? Not the sheetrock dust. So I'm not going to get it all, but I'm going to get it better than it was. I feel like I'm a dentist. Okay. Okay, so that's a lot better, right? least I got the dry bits off of there. Okay. And so I'll take my caulking. Obviously you can't do this the same day you want to put your shelves back up. So I'm doing some precursory stuff before I paint. And this was one of the things I wanted to do. And I had one other one in another closet. Okay. It's spooging out a little bit. I think I'm gonna put just a little bit more around here, and that'll help support or secure it right to the wall. I was thinking about that the other day. How am I going to get those? There. Just going to leave it like that. Obviously, it will still spin until it dries. Okay. Now I'm going to gently wipe that off because I don't want to just go like that, because then it could get out beyond the edge. Okay. And I'm looking at that, and that, I think that'll be fine. It's almost raised up just a hair, but it's snug, and I can't get it perfectly flush, but that's okay because the little bracket here is a raised U-shaped bracket. Where the screw goes is never even going to get close to that anchor. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so I am just going to leave it like that for a few days, because before I paint the walls, obviously, I still have to paint the ceilings. So I'm just doing some lollygagging around before I put my other painter's hat on and decide to paint these ceilings. I've already checked the ceilings. I've broomed the ceilings down for cobwebs and the walls and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking for popped nails, looking for hairline cracks along the inside corners. And in fact, I think there was one up here. I'll have to look at that really close. And if you don't have enough light, see it's getting light outside, but hey, my trusty construction light, oh, look at that. There's a big old hole. I probably should fill that right now, because I'm going to need to put a couple different layers on, and they had poked a hole out there because they were trying to fish TV coaxial cables there. There's a blank plate that fits over that, so I'm okay with that. But see where this is here, I can caulk that too, can I? Clean up around there. I might as well do that. I'll do that right now. Thanks for reminding me. And see, if you were going to paint, you don't want to fill that up and flatten it off with a putty knife or something and say, okay, that's good, because that big of a hole like that, okay, the caulking is going to sink in. So I am going to put that in and spooge it all the way in there, and then along the sides of the sheetrock so it grabs, and then flatten it out. And I'll know that I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. Now see, there were some other holes here where there were some shelves here, okay, went along this wall, and they had some toggles in here. So I filled that up the other day and let it dry, and it sunk in. Now last night, right before I left, I put a little bit more caulking in there, and it still has sunk in, just barely, okay? And so I know I'm gonna go ahead and double check all these one more time before I paint. Okay, give yourself enough time for all this type of stuff and do it right. Yeah, I'm glad I turned the light on, because there's some other things in this closet I have to do too. See, here's another hole. They had a coaxial cable going through there, and then underneath the carpet and all that kind of stuff. So I have to clean that off, recaulk the baseboard, and recaulk the top of the baseboard, the inside corner. And remember, this little closet was in the guest closet. If you haven't been watching my videos, you can watch that episode. I don't know which episode it is, but it's back before this one, obviously. And this little area had little 5/16 tongue and groove cedar planking. They decided, whoever installed the carpet here decided, hey, let's put cedar planking in the closets. It looked kind of good, but hey, since we tore out the carpets, it was a good idea to tear that out too. But what they did is, after they installed it, they put a little cedar trim all the way around the bottom edge of the baseboard. So I had to take that off, and instead of just nailing it, they could have just nailed it with the finish nails, right? Some brads, and they did, but they also glued the back. They shouldn't have done that. They should have been mindful for the next person, because when you do that, it pulls the surface off of this baseboard. This baseboard is not 100% wood. This is MDF baseboard, and that's generally the type of baseboard that you get all day long now at the hardware store. It's pre-finished white. It has a white primer on it. Paints up really good. You can get it in long areas. It does not warp. It stays straight. It's good, actually really good stuff to work with. But I'm not going to replace this baseboard. It's in a closet, right? So it's peeled off the top edge of the MDF. Okay, so I'm gonna have to clean that up, and I'm gonna just put some caulking. I'm gonna skin this with caulking. I'm gonna put a little bit of dab, and then just take my finger and run it over the top. As long as it's smooth, then it will paint up good. If you just put paint over the top of that, it could ripple and bubble a little bit because the top of the MDF has already come off. You see there, all the way along. And so I got to fix that, and then over here they kind of did a number on this. When they were trying to drill that, they drilled it in with the drill bit, and they hit the side of this. This came off. You can see they put a little piecemeal patch there. They tried to take some little dinky screws and screw it in, and it got all messed up. So I took my file and just shaved it down a little bit, and then I'll recalc all this, you know. And it'll look way better. It's in a closet. It's going to be fine. No problem. Okay, so check your jobs out. Make sure you get all of your stuff done before you get your paint roller out and your paintbrush.